This is this Sunday night edition of End the Simpademic. This is Jason coming at you, and I have posted a video clip on my Twitter X page that I said I was going to discuss tonight, and so I'm going to play the audio right now for you, and here it is.
But no, they all agreed. They're like, I can't tell you the last time a man tried to talk to me in a bar. A man tried to offer to buy me a drink. Do men still do that? Men, can you weigh in? And I don't even need the drink, but like the last time, and I'll go up and talk to guys, but like, can someone explain?
Ladies keep asking this, but when are you going to realize that there are consequences to your words and actions? It's because men would rather keep to themselves than to be called a creep, or at the very least be publicly embarrassed, or at worst be accused of something. A lot of women do not realize that because of social media, a lot of young men believe that women despise them. Between the 4B movement, the it's all men until no men, and picking the bear over the man, because of this, most of them assume that women genuinely want nothing to do with them.
Yep. So anyway, that's the short there. That's from Emily King again, one of my favorite YouTube content creators. And she's a real one because she really sees things from our particular vantage point, from our particular angle. And why don't men approach anymore? Well, let me tell you what happened to me. I think I've done that once on this channel already, but I will just say it again. I found myself in a situation where I approached a woman at a church I was previously going to, and she acted nice and everything at the front, but turns out being shortly after that, she had reported me to the pastoral staff and accused me of harassment. And I'm like, well, how can you harass and threaten somebody who you don't even have their phone number? Which I didn't. I mean, she never even gave that. I didn't have a way to contact her otherwise. The only way that I would have been able to even talk to this lady is at church, because I didn't know where she lived. I didn't have her phone number. I didn't have anything. How can you accuse somebody of harassment who can't follow you and make you feel uncomfortable? And this happened in a foyer entry with a lot of people would have seen this conversation. And I'll tell you what's going on here. Women these days, modern women, they choose the bear. Until I say, you know what, ladies, go date the bear. Grizzle. And now, I also saw another content creator today named Benjamin Sita, and I wasn't going to play the audio for him, but I think I also posted that to my page earlier as well. And he just says, well, you know what, if you don't get a text back, double down, triple down, quadruple down, send her a text, 3, 4, 5 times over. This is the worst advice I have ever seen from some guy from the looks of this guy, he looks like he's in that top 1% of guys who are 6 feet tall, make 6-figure income. These are the guys who I said in a previous episode, they play the dating game on easy mode. It's like playing on rookie mode in Madden. And that you just win the game 200-0 because you have your pick of women out there. And if some woman doesn't want to talk to you, you can get away with that type of behavior. Now, for the other 99% of us, if we do that type of behavior, we're probably spending a few days in jail, if not more, because that is harassment. A harassment that, in my particular church instance, I couldn't have possibly done because I didn't have the contact or means to do that. This Benjamin Sita guy had the phone number and texted repeatedly over and over again and chalked it up to confidence. That's not confidence, that's harassment. And in my particular instance, that's a harassment I could not possibly have committed. But because I don't fit that particular top 1%, women will do that to them. And that is the problem, is that women have such high, ridiculous expectations of men that they expect them to fit this particular, drive a $100,000 car, make $100,000 a year, be 6 feet tall and have 6-pack abs. And I believe, according to the Census Bureau, they obviously can't calculate the six-pack abs, but everything else in that particular equation, it's like 0.05% of the male population, and 80% of the women are pursuing that 0.05% of the population. And if you're not in that particular demographic and you approach these women, they're going to feel insulted. They're going to feel, because you are not that, the type of super ridiculously high value man that they feel that they're entitled to. If you approach them, they're going to file these accusations against you. And that is not worth it. The juice is not worth the squeeze. And I will say right now, if you're like me, keep your discipline, stay content with what you have, and don't play the game. Why play a game that's rigged against you? The Me Too movement and divorce laws have rigged the game against men in a way that we can't win. And I see another YouTube content creator named Anna Jorgensen, who also came out today and posted two completely different videos. One of them said, well, how nice guys always lose because women don't know what they want. Okay. And then another video, same day, said that men are harassing and they're creepy. Lady, which one is it? It can't be both. And yet you said both of them in the same day on your channel. The hypocrisy is just unbelievable. And this video clip that I showed from Emily, and the video clips I saw today from Benjamin and from Anna Jorgensen are exactly why many of us have quit. I've quit. I don't approach anymore. I'm open to a future relationship. I have dreams about it. Dream Lauren. I've mentioned her a few times. But the trick with Dream Lauren is she has to find me. I don't have to find her. And I think in this particular culture and society, I'm hardly the only one. I think many men are in the same position as I am. I think I've heard it recently that somebody did a study out there that women who approach men have an 87% chance of succeeding. And yet I see these TikTok videos out there from women who are complaining that, men are so feminine. No, we're not feminine. We just don't, the risk is no longer worth it. I'm not risking my reputation. I'm not risking potential employment. And I'm not risking potentially my freedom in the pursuit of somebody who could potentially ruin my life just for merely approaching or asking them on a date. In my church incident, she attempted to do that. And it's no longer worth the effort. And because I'm content with what I have, and because I have built a very strong sexual discipline these days, I don't have those desires, and I don't masturbate or do any of those types of things for any type of physical relief because I no longer need it. Because I talked through that with a pastor and changed that aspect of my life. And I have a very strong discipline now in that regard. As I mentioned before, there are women who I admire. A couple of them on the Twitter X platform in particular, but they don't pursue me, and because of that, neither one of them are Dream Lauren. I just happen to know that between those dreams that I have and the situation of the culture as we have it today, those dreams are probably true because the stats bear them out. And So that's my rant for tonight in regards to why men don't approach women anymore. It's very obvious. It's no longer worth the risk. We have too much to lose and very little to gain. Many women out there are not even worth it, even pursuing or being gentlemen for. And so that is my rant for the night. It's a rant that I've had in my mind for a little while now. I just wanted to find the right opportunity to present it. And lo and behold, the internet delivered again. The internet never fails. It can deliver me, if I'm having particular thoughts about a particular subject in regards to culture and men and women's relationships. The internet never fails. It will deliver eventually, and today it did. So I presented it here, and hope you enjoyed your weekend. Hope you had a great weekend. I did, and my prayers to all of you who are going through difficult times right now. Hopefully you will have a good week. I'm hoping I have a good week as well. I get to work from home this week. It's a holiday schedule, so we're on a hybrid, and so I get to work from home again, and it's going to be pretty cool as usual. It's been very unusual weather for Minnesota this weekend, and that we've had dense fog and below freezing temperatures at the same time, which means that the fog freezes on contact with surfaces, including roads and my vehicle, and I had to walk very carefully out there to make sure I didn't fall on my ass. And it's kind of a weird weather pattern. It's just not common to have a fog and a below freezing temperatures at the same time. So in order to keep myself from, fortunately I did keep myself from falling on my ass or my head with my traumatic brain injury. That would be very bad. And so anyway, hopefully you all have a good week. Peace to you all. Don't do anything stupid, and we'll see you tomorrow.